Today I'm going to talk to you about the former Bennett Freeze, a land construction freeze imposed by Congress back in the 1966 and thereabouts, roughly 40 years. And I'd like to show you some of the land to the east of us, about 5 miles back, is where the Bennett Freeze starts. In this area, it's the southern Bennett Freeze, and it continues on to the west. It includes about 1.5 million acres and 9 Navajo reservation communities. And it continues west here to the Grand Canyon and then up north from there. To the north of us is the Hopi tribe, the Hopi Nation. Their reservation starts just about 2 miles from here and goes further up north. And this is all the disputed lands. And the Bennett Freeze was lifted, like I had said earlier, and so we can build. Today we can build, but what that did to a people, it had destroyed families. Children moved away. There's nothing going on here. You couldn't repair your corrals. If you had a broken window on your house, you couldn't repair that. So there were safety issues over that period of time, and the people that moved away, they left only the elderly here, the traditional people that stayed, generally speaking. And within that, we have uranium and arsenic contamination of the well water sources here, just a little west of us, about 5 miles west. That community, the Black Falls community, experienced that, and that continues today. The well water supply is contaminated. So there's that issue we're dealing with in relation to this whole Bennett Freeze scenario. With uranium contamination and arsenic contamination, you have internal cancers, lung cancer. The men had lung cancer, the ladies had the ovarian cancers. So as a result of that, the chemotherapy treatment center in Flagstaff is located about 50, 60 miles from here. And these are dirt roads out here. So the people going in for chemotherapy treatment to Flagstaff, 50, 60 miles is by dirt road to the south here. Or when it's muddy or when it's snowpacked, they have to drive to Loop, cross the bridge there, and then go into Flagstaff. So you're talking about roughly just under 100 miles to go do that. So that impacts people health-wise in this community. And I had mentioned the social ills in terms of what that broke down families. It broke down the traditional structure because the children, people that moved away after high school in the late 60s moved to cities, Los Angeles, Phoenix, and when they come back, they bring a whole different lifestyle with them, with their children. And so, but they don't stay, they move back to the cities. So we have that transient population going on in this community. Beyond that, now that the freeze has been lifted and we can build, what we're doing is, as peace builders, and is revitalizing the family, bringing the essence back out. You know, the home is the safe haven, it's the nest. So we've been able to work in that vein with local government, with the tribal government, and then also the federal government. So once that dam has been busted in terms of funding, right now we're looking at 4 homes that are being built, and that's big. Within that whole storyline is that the people right now, the four families are elderly, and they're very happy. If you see the homes that they were living in, and then the home that they will be moving into, it's like night and day. So, but that 40-year period was not a good time. The people persevered, though, and we, as peace builders, were able to put on an Earth Day function in April of 2011, and that happened just over here about 4 miles down the road. We had people come from, I think, 6 states. Outsiders come in, and we told them our story, and that put some light on the situation in terms of the politicians. So that event opened up the gates to a lot of what's going on now. We have 4 homes going in, but we have 69 applicants. So this is just in one of 9 communities, reservation communities, impacted by the Bennett Freeze. So you can extrapolate that, and it's going to be a big number. So the funding for that's going to be big as well. So we're taking on that challenge and working with the Tribal Navajo Relocation Commission. I'd like to extend an invitation to the Earth Day function that we're going to have out here in Naataanii. It's going to be grounded in the peacekeeping tradition, and we're going to have ceremony, and we're going to have traditional singing, traditional dancing. That's going to include the entire generations. And we also would like, within the peacekeeping tradition, we'd like to invite all the peoples to our function. From across the world, it's a global community now. So our invitation is open to all.